Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So they finally released the official version of the Ant-Man post-credit scene. So I thought it was time to talk about Captain America Civil War. We have a trailer coming up. So here's the clip just in case you haven't seen it, then we're going to break it down.
This would have been a lot easier a week ago.
If we call Tony,
No, he won't believe us.
even if he did,
Who knows if the Accords will let him help?
we're on our own.
Maybe not. I know a guy.
So there are really like two big things going on here. One, you have Ant-Man officially joining Team Cap. He's like a total fangirl. It's the most adorable thing ever. And then you have them finding Bucky. When they say air quotes, this would have been easier last week, they're talking about the government taking a huge dump on superheroes. A bunch of information about all the shady stuff that's been going on goes public, so everybody knows that the Winter Soldier is Bucky and he's a total dirtbag. So Cap wants to save his friend, but he can't take him out in public because they'll lynch him. Of course, at the head of that mob is Tony Stark. He basically draws the line in the sand. Like, we need to keep these superheroes above board. They have to be registered. They have to be monitored. Cap thinks that that's a big violation of civil liberties. So, of course, there you have your Civil War. Unofficially, it's like Avengers 2.5 just because so many of the Avengers are in the movie. The biggest notable absence that we know about is Thor. Now, he's going to be dealing with what's going on with Asgard during Thor Ragnarok. Even though that movie isn't coming out for a while, in the timeline, it picks up relatively close to where Civil War is happening. So that's why he's not around when this is going down. But there's also the Hulk, which is now confirmed to be in Thor Ragnarok, so he's probably only going to be mentioned in passing during Civil War. They said that it was just like too many people in Civil War for Hulk to make it in. Originally, Mark Ruffalo was supposed to have a spot. I guess he doesn't now. Either way, there's so many people in the movie, you won't notice. The weird thing about Marvel Studios when it comes to Civil War is that originally they were going to do a very different story, but then they got Spider-Man, so it started to move closer and closer to comic book Civil War. Now obviously there's still going to be a lot of differences because almost every character that Marvel owns was part of comic book Civil War, and Marvel Studios can't put them all in the movie because Fox owns a bunch of those, Sony owns a bunch of the other characters too. Spider-Man and Scarlet Witch are the exceptions, but Scarlet Witch and Vision are definitely in the movie. I've already done a video about what the teams are supposed to be, so I'll put a link for that in the description. But I know a lot of you are asking, what about TV shows? What about the Netflix shows? Like, is Daredevil going to show up in Civil War? As far as we know, that is not going to be the case. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. always does some kind of crossover. Hopefully it'll be more exciting than the Avengers Age of Ultron crossover. That was kind of a disappointment. So we'll see. I'm not expecting Coulson to show up in the movies anytime soon, especially after Joss Whedon is like, yeah, for all intents and purposes, Coulson is still dead in the movies. The TV shows always kind of have to dance between the movies' raindrops. But speaking of TV shows, there's so much happening this week. Jessica Jones is dropping. All 13 episodes are dropping on Friday. Usually that happens at midnight. I'm going to do as many videos as I can for episodes. I don't know if I'll be able to do a video for every single episode, so I might have to do like one video for every 2 episodes just to get them all out. But I'll try and get all of my Jessica Jones episode videos out within like a 1-week span. So I should at least post a Jessica Jones video like once every 2 days. I mean, it just depends on how fast I get through them all. We also just found out that Agent Carter Season 2 is going to premiere Tuesday, January 5th. So you start the year off right doing what Peggy says. All the characters are going to Los Angeles, like Peggy's going to be based in Los Angeles. Howard Stark buys a movie studio. They're going to have Madame Mask, a bunch more comic book characters. It's going to be awesome. And the cool thing about Agent Carter that's different from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is that Marvel Studios, like the movie people, help make Agent Carter. They don't do that for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is made by ABC Studios. Kevin Feige himself actually helped make some Agent Carter Season 1 episodes. So they just take a lot of extra care with that show, which is why it looks fantastic. We'll talk more about Agent Carter later in the year, but everybody asking about the Civil War trailer, Marvel has already confirmed that they're going to drop it with Star Wars The Force Awakens. And when they say the trailer is going to drop with Star Wars, they're talking about the US release date. There are a lot of countries where Star Wars is being released a little bit earlier, like a couple days earlier. I'm talking about the US release on the 18th. So either the trailer is going to drop during that week, like say on Tuesday the 15th, or it's going to drop on the actual day that Star Wars drops, on Friday the 18th. So either way, Civil War trailer that week. And if you didn't see, the X-Men trailer is totally jumping in the dog pile. Fox is dropping the official X-Men Apocalypse trailer on that same day. So there is a shit ton of stuff happening in December. Don't worry, like if you're not good with dates, you're not good with scheduling stuff, whenever I start shouting about stuff, you'll know it's happening. Like whenever it starts going down, I will start freaking out. It'll be awesome. Later tonight, I'm working on a new Game of Thrones video, then we have new Gotham. Most of the rest of this week is going to be a pretty normal week, with the exception of Jessica Jones on Friday. So while you guys wait for everything to post, you can click here for all my Captain America Civil War videos, and you can click here for all my Jessica Jones videos. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.